Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to have a go at day 2, part 2, Advent Code 2025. It's late on Friday evening. I've had a hectic week. As you can see, puzzle day number 6 opens in the early hours of the morning for me. And here I am on day 2. But, I'm just going to keep pushing onwards when I can and see where I get to. So, okay, so what I've done is I've just copied my part 1 to part 2, and let's get into it. Let's have a look. So the first half of this puzzle is complete and provides 1 gold star. The clerk quickly discovers that there is still invalid IDs in the ranges. Of course there are. It couldn't be. It couldn't be that we just sorted it all out in the first part of the puzzle. Has to be part 2. Maybe the young elf was doing other silly patterns as well. Quite likely. Now an ID is invalid if it is made only of some sequence of digits repeated at least twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, well that's the same as part 1, isn't it? Oh, okay. So it's, yeah, repeated. Was this just twice? Twice would be invalid. So it's if at least twice. Okay. So for the same example above, so the same example, we now get a different output. So I'm going to update my test with that, and big number. Okay. All right, so what do we need to cover? We need to cover so basically I think numbers less than 11 are going to be valid. So I think the first part of this is fine. And I think we need to keep the fold. I think we're probably going to need the number bit. Because I think really what I'm doing is I'm just comparing parts of a string. It just happens to be that there's numbers in the string. So I think the first thing we can say is if ID is less than 11, we can just continue. Oh yes, thank you so much for comments on the last video. Lots of great tips. Lots of great tips like using DBG for debugging, which I'm going to do. I might well do in this video, but yeah, lots of brilliant tips and joining lines and all sorts of stuff. So thanks again for those comments. Really appreciate it. So here we can just say anything that is less than 11, we're not bothered about. So we've dealt with 10 numbers. Now just to deal with all of the rest. So numbers that are made up all of a single number, I think we can deal with that, like this one and this one. I think I'll try and deal with that. next. So I think here we'll have the number in a string. And the idea I've got, I think, is to take, if I take the first character or char from the string, and then thinking of like either, is it trim? Return string slice with leading, no. I think it's something where you can say, I think it's trim matches, returns single slice with all prefixes and suffixes. So I mean, there may be other ways of doing this, but this is the one I think I've used in the past, and it basically, what I'm thinking of is if I pass in the first character and it removes all of them, it doesn't, this is like going to take them from both ends. I'm going to end up with nothing, and if I end up with nothing, then I know that that's an invalid ID, so I can get rid of it. So I think we can say if number trim matches, and then I want number cars to get an iterator of all of the numbers. I'm only interested in the first one, so then I take nth, and then I think that gives me, I think I have to unwrap that if I'm not mistaken. Nth. This here, yeah. So if I unwrap that, and then len equals 0. So if I take the first character and then trim the rest, well, all of the string with that one character, if I've got nothing left, that means that I have a string with each character is the same. And then I think I can then add that as an invalid ID and then continue, not return. I'm not making that mistake again. I'll make other mistakes, but not that one. Maybe. We'll see. So I think that covers B. I think that covers these kind of situations. And then we need to cover the ones where there are, no, that's not one, and where there's repeated. So I'm thinking like something like taking, I don't know, the first couple and then maybe if you took the first couple and then did a replace with nothing, then you would get 6, 6 back. I'm just taking this one as an example, but then if you did, and then if you did like a 4 and you increasingly took more, so maybe do a split at, and then if you get to a point where you replace and you get nothing, then again you've got an invalid ID. Would it work for this one? So 11, you'd have to get to there. Oh, I don't know. Would it work for this one? So you take that and then you do a replace. It might. Who knows? I'm going to try it. I don't think. If I do cargo test, I need to save the file. Is it all happy? I don't think I've covered all the cases. So cargo test package is day 02 and binary is part 2. Yeah, no. Yeah. So quite a bit out. But yeah, not that that's a great indicator. Well, maybe, yeah, I suppose it is a little bit of an indicator. So how do I do this? So I think I need a 4. 1 or 2. Go with 1 for the time being. I don't know. I'm not going to get this right first time. So num.length. So I don't think I ever get to the end if, yeah, no, I think, let's try this. I'm just going to try it and then put some DBG, use the DBG macro. It's a macro to dump out some values. And then here, if I say for one number, then if I say and I'm gonna use split out. So I'm gonna call this split. I think split equals split at, and then I. So now I'm gonna have 1. So I'm gonna have, like, on the first iteration, I'm gonna have 1, and then I'm gonna have 10, and then I'm gonna have 101. But it will, if I replace when I've got 2 there, I think. So if I do if split 1 dot replace split dot 0 with nothing dot len equals 0, then I can do that. I've found another invalid doofer. We're calling them doofers. Oh, right, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Not bum, but number. All right. So this will be interesting, and I think what we might do is just put in here dbg. So we get this in, so we get the ID that's getting added here, and then I can check it against the ones that are in the example that we've got there. So I'm going to do that again there. Okay, so let's run cargo test. Oh. Oh. No, there's something wrong. Something wrong. My test is green. That doesn't normally happen. So, let's just take a 5 off there so that it fails, and I get to read the output of my debugs. Yeah, okay. So 11, I'm checking these here. 11, 22, 99, 111, 999, 110, 118, 118, 85, 118, 85. All the 2s. No way. No way. I'm going to take my debugs out. This is, I guarantee you, there's something wrong. I'm not going to get a gold star here, but I'm just going to run the tests again. Test passes. I bet there's other cases. Oh, hey, that took a while to run. That took a little while to run. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not, I'm not doing things in the most efficient way, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't know. I'm getting ready for disappointment. That's not the right answer. I knew it. I knew it. Too good to be true. Return to day 2. Back you go. I did put the right number in, didn't I? Yeah, always doubt it. Oh, boo. So I'm missing something in the puzzle inputs. Let's have a quick look. See if we can figure it out. I don't know if looking at that's going to be all that helpful. Maybe I need another good tip that I got in the comment, thank you, from my last video, is to add more test cases. So maybe I need to do that because I've just got this single test case, which we saw passes. So where could this be going wrong? This is going to be interesting, I think, to figure this out. So clearly not all the cases are covered in the example. Oh, unless... So if I have a pattern... I wonder if... I wonder if I do need that. And I do need that, possibly. Let's run the tests again. Oh, so this fails now. Let's have a look at what split looks like. So DBG and then split. Okay, yeah, so there's no point in checking that an empty string is going to be, replacing an empty string. Yeah, so I'm using this as my replace, so that's clearly wrong. So I don't need that. I do need, I think, that. So failures here. So I'm splitting. Yeah, and I don't think I need. Don't need the end either. I think. And this will be back to passing, I think. Yeah. So. Is there any way that this could be... Maybe I do... Do I need a... So a continue here would just... Do I need to break or continue the outer loop? Clutching at straws a little bit here. I think I can do continue outer. So if I don't think this is going to make any difference. It's just... What is this going to do? This is going to... We're only going to fall through to here if I don't... And then we're we're onto the next... number, string number. So this doesn't do anything, I don't think. So yeah, actually, yeah, that doesn't help. Oh goodness, right, okay, it was going too well. As all my attempts show some promise, and then yeah, I hit the wall. I don't know what to do with this one. I spent a long time in, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before, trying to figure out something pretty obvious, and then I stopped the video and realized it as soon as I stopped the video. So maybe I need to stop the video and then come back. I think I'll give it another few minutes, and then if I haven't got it, I think I'll just call it, and we'll have another look on a different day. But so I mean, I could just try some really random stuff, like seeing whether commenting out, like, no, because I do need to deal with numbers like that, which actually would get dealt with, I think, here. Maybe this little block deals with everything. Like I say, trying some very random stuff without any sort of real evidence that it's going to make any difference. There's no thinking behind this. I'm just, yeah. I mean, it's sort of close, but there's still some cases that I'm probably missing. Yeah. Do. So okay, let's try it and get my brain going. I was gonna say it's late on a Friday. Right, so trimming matches. The trouble is that without a case, yeah, so Let's see what is happening down here. So for values that fall through DVG, so ID here, and I think I'll need to go down and just make my test fail to C. Yeah. And then, yeah, see what we get through here. So these are all valid. Yeah. Well, I am only going to see valid ones, aren't I? I think because, oh no, I see 1010 here. Oh, because, yeah, so if I continue here, try that now. So that 1010 should have gone. Oh no, that's still there. Oh, because I need to, do I need to break out of this in a loop? Is that gonna break out of there? Make the 1010 disappear? No. Oh, well, yeah, maybe it does because we end up here. Yeah, my brain is not working. Maybe we could break outer again. Try this again. Long shot, just trying anything, really. So, I mean, essentially, I found the invalid number. I've got no more checks to make. So, breaking out this point or continuing, or is it break? Let's have a look. So 1010 is gone. Let's see whether if we DBG in here, whether we're still getting the right and D, B, G here. I don't know whether this will make any difference. So I think the tests are going to fail, but numbers are looking good. Oh, the tests are failing because I've changed the assertion, haven't I? I think we need a 5 on the end of there is what I've been doing. So let's see whether the tests pass here. Let's do a run and just see whether I get something that looks like a different number. Oh, I should have. Oh, well, I get a different number. Let's give it a go. That's a different number. I remember the last one finished with a 5. So, so what could possibly be going on? Well, let's just hit it. No, okay. That's 2 goes. That's enough for tonight. I don't want to end up posting another really, really long video of me just clutching at straws. Yeah, that's not much fun. I need to come back to it when I've got a fresh brain and see if I can solve it. But I'll leave it there and I'll come back to it there. So thanks for watching. Sorry, didn't get a gold star, but there we go. Bye. Hey. Well, I couldn't leave it. I've got a different number, so I'm going to try that in a second. It'll be my third attempt. Where are we? Lost my code. So what I did was I put continue on the outer and continue on the outer. So actually, if I just go back, can I undo? Yeah, I think I had a break down here. I think I had nothing here. I had continue there, and I had break there, and I got yeah, that was, I think, unless that is a, I don't know if that's different again. But what I did was I changed that to a continue, and I put a continue out of there as well, so that I think in my very frazzled brain is saying, like, once I've found something, I want to make sure I click over to the next number. So let's give that a go. I don't think that's a number I tried before. Be so nice to get day 2 done, considering how far I am behind. So here we go. Oh, yes. So, yeah, that makes sense now. I think, so basically what was happening is it was just continuing on and adding the number in more than once, probably giving me an inflated result. Anyway, that's day 2, part 2. On to day 3 next time. Bye.